What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another VV Vision video. Just another solo video here tonight. This is a follow-up to the previous video with the Master Collector program, how to maximize points for beginners and just how to maximize your daily points in general and, bulk up. You're going to want to be bulking up on points. One, I believe, for the ranks, but second, for the main point of this video, which is the drop lottery. So, the previous video, if you haven't watched it, is kind of key to getting points to spend in the drop lottery. So yeah, if you want to go check that out, I shared kind of my strategies and my thoughts about, how to maximize your points for the MCP so that you can then spend them in the drop lottery. But yeah, I'm going to be getting into my strats here. I got to thank everybody for the support. Almost at 970 subs. We're almost to 1K giveaway at 1K. We got the Slimer giveaway. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I do want to get into the video just because, the last one was like 20 minutes and I'm trying to keep it short for you guys. Okay, I do want to start by showing this because Marvel Entertainment, which if we go up here and look, they have 12.5 million followers, guys. 12.5 million followers. Think about that. That is crazy exposure. And they shout out Veve Official with the drops coming tomorrow. I'm hyped to see what this brings. I mean, it's got 1.4K likes in 4 hours. That's pretty clean. I'm guessing that's a lot of the VV crowd, but yeah, this exposure is crazy. I'm super hyped to see if there's any new users due to that post. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. To get into the Master Collector program and the drop lottery, starting now. You have to use your points wisely, okay? Just don't go blowing like 200 on each drop because it's not going to get you anything. I'm pretty confident if you just kind of throw a little bit in each time, there is no chance of you winning if you're going for like the ultra rare or the greatest rarity for each like drop or whatever. There's no way because the whales, they're going to eat you up, okay? So yeah, use your points wisely. If I'm pretty confident you lose your points after wagering them, so you don't want to be throwing them out there every time and betting your max amount because you're just going to lose them. I mean, so I'm going to get into the strategies here. I think rather than, throwing some here, throwing some there, save them up for drops where you think you have a chance going all in. I think all in is the way to go with this, or at least really bulking, because I'm going to get into some quick maths I did. And the math will kind of explain it, in itself. But I think saving up and spending in bulk and just trying to pick one where you think, I don't think you can pick the most hype drop. If you pick like a first appearance, like, I don't know, super like Marvel character or something, you're probably going to have a bad time. Okay. Because I just think there's going to be plenty of whales with far more points than you to spend on that. And so you don't want to waste those. All right, to get into it, we're going to keep providing details as, more like information comes out and as we kind of witness how the drop lottery works. But yeah, as of right now, these are kind of my strategies. So all in seems like the best bet. Let's see. Save, but don't. What the heck was I trying to say there? Have a better. Okay. So save up. I think saving is important, but don't think you can just like bulk up for 6 months and get a drop. Okay. Because unless you have, and I'm talking to fishies here, I'm not talking to whales. If you're a whale, you're set. You can probably enter the majority of drops and you'll probably have a decent chance. Okay. I'm talking to fishies. So saving, I think, is the move, but you can't save up and think that's going to win you a drop still competing against whales. You really have to pick this and be careful about which drops you're going for. I think, like I said, if you're going for an extremely high demand drop and you're trying to get the ultra rare and there's like 50 slots or even 100 slots open, if you don't think that there's 100 people out there with more points than you, I would reconsider your strategy. Okay, I'm not trying to be a hater or anything like that, but there are definitely more than 100 whales on the app, and there's no way they're going to be handing out a bunch of these drop lotteries. Okay, especially for like the ultra rares. So I think it's going to be about picking your drops, okay, and kind of settling for maybe not the ultra rare. Uh, I don't know. That's just my take on it. But yeah. So for drops where I think a good strategy is save up for drops that like either come after a major drop that you really want, or drops that you don't think people will go for to begin with. So like serial killers. I feel like a lot of people sleep on serial killers. I'm a major fan. I don't know how many other fans there are, but I'm probably going to be saving up to use the majority of my points for the ultra rare on the serial killer set, just because um, that is a set I really want. It would complete like that would I would gatekeep an entire set for that, and I'm looking to complete the rest of the set. So that would really help me out. I think it's slept on, and I'm guessing there will be, some other hype drops around that period. I just don't think serial killers is that hyped up. And if people are going for the ultra rare, I feel like it's usually for a flip. I don't think there's that many like diehard serial killer fans out there. So that's one I'd be eyeing. The Labbits is another one because I think like non-Marvel things, okay, non like insanely valued items, I think are gonna be the move a lot of the time. And then so like I said, I'm going to be saving up for like a UR in the or the ultra rare in the serial killer. If even then, I honestly don't think I'll have a chance, like a great chance, unless I wager like all the points I've saved up retroactively, just because when we get into this math, I mean, it's crazy. Okay. Like it's fishies are going to have such a hard time competing with whales. And even though I think that's right that they're awarding, early investors in VV and holders and everything and collectors, it's going to be really hard. It's going to make it really difficult for all the fishies like you and me. So, uh, it sometimes I think it's going to be a move to settle for a rare. Okay, settle for an uncommon or a rare. Go for what you like and what you think will be somewhat difficult to get, have value after market. uh but I think going for the one under the ultra rare could be a move a lot of the time, depending on how many are set aside, because I think the ultra rare is only like always going to have the whales competing, because they're either going to want to get that because it's going to be the hardest to get aftermarket, or a lot of people might be looking to resell. But either way, the ultra rares are going to be super hard to get. So I think just sucking it up and going for a rare instead. I think that could be the move, and then you can go for the ultra rare on drop and hopefully get it or something like that, and not waste all of your points you've saved up. Because once again, when we get into these quick maths, it is crazy. I mean, some of these whales are going to have so many points and they won't even have to worry about like running out, because they will earn more than the majority of other users in like a week. So it's insane. Okay. If you're going for the secret rare, like if you're going for ultra rare or secret rare or anything like that, I think you pretty much got to go all in. I know it's going to be hard to part with however many points you've stacked up, but once again, when we get to the quick maths, it, things are going to add up so fast. Okay. It's going to be really difficult. And I think you basically have to save up, go all in. Okay. And that's why the previous video where I talked about maximizing your daily points and maximizing your MCP points in general is going to play such an important role, is because you're going to have to be doing that to compete with the whales. And even then, it's going to be kind of just like co-evolving with the whales, because they're already going to be doing a lot of that stuff that I talked about in that video, I'm guessing, if they haven't done it already. So yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, it's really bulking, going all in. That like if those are two main points you get out of this, I think those are some of the most important. I don't see a strategy in like throwing 200 points here, 200 points there, especially if you're a fishy, because 200 points is going to be a lot to me. Okay, that's going to be like a week's worth or more of points probably, but we'll get into things. So I think common bulking and set bulking, like I talked about in the previous video with the MCP, I think those are going to be really important to help you earn some points to like compete with some of the whales. But like I said, it's still going to be super hard. And your best chance to you or to win the like drops as a fishy is gonna be like basically just sucking it up, going for something less rare, not the UR, because if you think about it, if you go all in on the UR and you have like 3,000 points or something like that, I'm guessing there are whales, 50 to 100 whales that have just as many, if not more points, that can like trump you basically and win. And then you're going to lose all of your points. So it's going to be really difficult. I can't wait to see how things go. But yeah, these are a lot of my main points. But I also think sticking to your competition level, know your level, know that you're a fishy, okay? Unless you are a whale. But, for the majority of users, know that you're a minnow or a fishy, because if you're trying to spend all of your precious points on a UR and you have like 5 collectibles and you just joined a month ago, there is no way you're going to win the UR, in my opinion, just because a whale can earn the number of points you've earned in your entire VV career in like 5 days or something like that, depending on how many they have. So I think it's about knowing your level, going for what is in your competition level, because if you're always trying to compete with the whales, I think you're going to be let down a lot. But yeah, I think a lot of users might get sucked into the idea of like, oh, I can win the UR. I'll go all in, or like, I'll do like half of my points on the UR. I think I'll have a good chance. I really like, we're going to get to the maths here. But yeah, if there's a really big hype for a drop, I think maybe going for the rare or something like that, and then waiting for the next drop, or kind of waiting for something after all the hype. I think that's a good strategy. Anything where there's a lot of hype and you're willing to just miss out on that and go for the next one that's in like a couple days or something like that, I think that's really the move. Because if these whales spend all their points on something that they want so bad, they might not have enough time to regain those points after that drop, and you might just be able to swoop in and get the ultra rare on something like that. So that is a main strategy I'm going to be focusing on, is trying to identify drops that are highly sought after by not only just the average VV community, but like the big time users who, like, if they miss out on it, they really don't want to pay aftermarket prices for it or something like that. And so I'll let them go for it. I'll let them gladly take that. I'll try for it on drop and miss if I have to. But then, in 2 days, I'll try to use my max points to get something else that might not have been, they might not have been looking forward to as much or something like that. That's kind of my strategy. So be thinking ahead. I'm sure the whales will be too. But yeah, I think that is going to be a major strategy to possibly help people win some more drops. And then um, going, oh, yeah, I mean, like I said, don't think that holding for the entire 6 month period is going to help you that much. I mean, it will, but I'm telling you, these whales are going to stack up points. So now, um, I definitely think just watch the MCP maximizing points video to learn more. I gave a bunch of tips. I talked about it for like 20 minutes on different tips on how to maximize points, but you're just going to want to bulk up early, diversify your collection. And try to get as many sets as you can at the same time. The earlier you get in, the better, guys, because these retroactive points are really going to help out. And if you can start off with a lot and then continue to build as the MCP goes on and as drop lottery comes out and all that, you just got to set yourself up. Okay. But yeah, keep in mind that some of these whales are gonna have crazy competition. They're gonna be really hard to beat. But yeah, also try to get that MCP Pro. I talk about that in the other video, but just, every little bit will help. So I think those extra daily points will definitely help. Now to get into the math. So I have roughly 40 collectibles. Okay. Say there's someone with 100 collectibles in 200 days. This is just an example. Okay. You can do all sorts of math, but just in 200 days, which it's likely that the whales will have gotten in before me. So they'll have more days on me on top of more collectibles. But I'm just going to be looking at this example. 100 collectibles over 200 days, you're going to get 20,000 points. Okay. 40 collectibles over the same time period, you're going to get 8,000. Okay. The whales will be able to spend half of their points and still have more than you. Okay. And that is your career, your entire career. Like, say you've been in for 200 days, your career can be spent in less than half of their points. Think about that. So that's what I'm saying. Even when you're going all in on some of these drops, they can just stockpile faster than you. Okay. So I want everybody to just be aware of that. And then if they, even if they go to 0 with 100 collectibles, they can get back to your level. You know, they can get back to 8,000 in 80 days. Okay. Which, you know, that's almost 3 months. That's a while. Okay. But I still think this is crazy. And this isn't even figuring in the sets they probably have, how just like other aspects, like if they have secret rares or anything like that. So if they have like the comic series thing going, this is just looking at like the 1 point per collectible type of thing. And even then, I'm guessing if they have 100, they'll probably have more ultra rares, more of all that. So I feel like this is a generous estimate, and I'm guessing they'd have even more than what I'm saying compared to the fishy in this example, who has 40, like myself. So moving on, even in a week, if you have 40 collectibles in a week, you'll get 280 points. In a week, they will get 2.5 times more than you. Okay. Just think about that. Just think about that. Okay. That isn't even figuring in the other things, like I said. So this is something to be aware of. And that's where I think this strategy of, you know, knowing a drop, knowing the demand, and then trying to basically call a future drop that might not have as much demand, but will still have value, that, you know, like people have tunnel vision on the popular like Marvel drop or something like that. If you know there's like a Labbit drop coming up within the next 2 days and there's going to be a backstab, I'm going to be saving up for the backstab, because even though the Marvel might have more value or something like that, I'm not trying to waste my entire career points to lose to a whale. If I could wait and possibly have a better chance on the Labbit, because you're just gonna want to find those short time periods. Okay. And you can do the math to try to figure some things out, and, you know, calculate different like probabilities of you like winning, basically based on different whales in terms of the number of collectibles and sets and all that you have. You can calculate that out if you really want to get nitty gritty with it. But yeah, I just think that's something to consider. And I think the major play, I'm going to restate this because I think this is the key play for the fishies, which I'm trying to help you guys out. And I'm also trying to, you know, figure out my own route for this. But yeah, high demand, find something within like less than a week of that if you can, or even like a comic drop, secret rare, something like that. You're going to have to take what you can get, I think, as a fishy. You can try to go for luck, but I think taking what you can get is going to be the move. And even if you can go for a comic or something that like other people might not really want to go for, if you can snag like a secret rare comic and then just sell that and basically trade like some of your career points, if not all of them, for like 1.5K gems, I'd be satisfied with that. So yeah, I just think those like kind of foresight plays where you're looking into the future past the drops that they're going to be focused on, or the real hype. But even then they could be like reading your like poker face or whatever. So it's really going to be interesting to see. I mean, we're not even close to the drop lottery, so we'll get some more details soon, but that's definitely my thoughts on it right now. Thing about this though, let's say for a like secret rare and ultra rare, they give 50 spots or 100 spots. Okay. Even if there's 3 drops a week of those, okay, let's say there's 100 spots on all the ultra rares and secret rares of the week. Okay. So 150 total spots, or even 300 total spots available in the drop lottery for like the highest rarity collectible. If you don't think there's 300 whales out of all the users on Veve that have enough points to scoop that, or can earn enough points for that in like less than a month, that's what I'm trying to convey, is like, just think about how many points they can be earning compared to you. Because like, even though I might think I have a lot, or like even Carter, who has a lot of collectibles, okay, like 100, I think, basically, there's people with like 400. Okay, they probably have sets, and even though it's going to get harder for them to earn points with dupes and all that, they're still going to be just racking up points like you can't even imagine. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see, and I think basically waiting after a super hype drop is going to be the move. That's pretty much what I had to say for this video. If you guys have any other points you think I missed, or any advice in general on like, tips for like winning these lotteries or anything like that, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear. I'd also love to hear any feedback on what you think of the points I talked about. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this in the MCP video, because I feel like there's a lot of strategy going into it, and I'm really hyped to see how things actually materialize. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Thank you so much for all the support. I mean, this is insane. 970 subscribers. I hope you guys had a good first drop. This should be dropping after the Spider-Man drop. So I hope all of you secured a Spidey, the Zombie Hunter Spidey. Let me know if you secured that in the comments. We'll have a daily video coming out real soon. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night. I want to wish you luck on the next Captain America drop. I know that's coming up in like an hour or so based on when this will be dropping. So yeah, I'm super hyped for you guys. Hope you had a good day, night, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. I can't thank you enough for all the support. We got the 1K giveaway coming soon. We got the Slimer giveaway coming soon. Woo! Let's go. I mean, thank you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. This is VV Vision signing out. We'll see you in the next video. Let's go.